I would like to read my public comment speech that I read at the Town of Stubbs meeting tonight, November 10th, 2025. I am Heather Oleziak, and I am a victim of a personal vendetta orchestrated by the Town of Stubbs chairman, Dave Kokendorfer, and board member Pam Bunsek, arising out of an incident that occurred at the August 27th, 2025 town board meeting. As a result, the aforementioned board member, Dave Kokendorfer, filed charges against me for disorderly conduct. These charges were reviewed by the district attorney and subsequently dismissed on September 29th, which should have ended the matter. Determined to prevent my attendance at meetings, Kokendorfer and Bunsek then filed a restraining order for harassment against me and took me to court. This time, the case was dismissed by the judge on October 31st. However, I am not their only victim. Since their election in April, it has been perceived that they have colluded to advance their personal agendas and other vendettas against certain citizens in our township using their power of legislation, giving the appearance of a walking quorum. Additionally, through nepotism and favoritism, Kokendorfer and Bunsek have replaced valued committee members to ascertain favorable outcomes of any forwarded recommendations on those agendas. But perhaps the most grievous of all is the exclusion and silencing of the people of Stubbs Township on decisions that affect their lives and pocketbooks. I think I speak for most of the residents when I say I am hopeful for a time where this tyranny ends and our local government is of, by, and for the people once again. Thank you to the court for allowing me this presentation as a matter of permanent public record, and to all of you who have supported me through this trying ordeal. I am truly grateful.
Yeah!
I'm Brenda Donahue, and after attending all these meetings, and I don't know the exact meeting, but Pam Lamb was told by Dave Kokendorfer that she had picked the wrong side. The wrong side, there shouldn't be a side coming from your chairperson. He should be for all the constituents. What side is yours, Kokendorfer? Is it Kokendorfer, Bonzek, Taylor, Susan, Bartels? And why is it you are all on your side? Maybe for agendas that benefit you personally. I will take care of your back if you take care of my back. Isn't that a quid pro quo? I think that's against the law.
Hi, I'm John Richter. I just want to read a couple things. This is, what I'm going to read is a paragraph from Dave Kokendorfer. This is what he campaigned on and for the April 1st, 2025 election of township chair. The paragraph that I have selected is, I've been asked by several people why I would want to run for the township chair position. It is very simple: to ensure the people of this township have a voice and are treated fairly, honestly, and with consideration. I believe the chairman needs to view requests and explain how we can achieve results versus why we cannot. The chairman needs to listen to the constituent concerns respectfully and live by the golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated. If elected, I am committed to following these procedures. Well, Dave was elected, and obviously you're watching this YouTube post. You've seen numerous meetings that he's held. He is not living up to this. He does not respect the people in this township unless you're part of his inner circle. And we need your help. We appreciate you watching these videos, but we're asking for more. On November 18th, there's going to be a board meeting. We're asking that the public show up. We'd love to have everyone there. This meeting is going to be about voicing concerns about closing several roads that generate revenue for our township. These roads that are being discussed are Paul Lane, Martindale, and Lorkowski. The big one that we have the most concern about right now is Paul Lane, because this really impacts everyone listening to this right now. Paul Lane is a road that has an in and an out. There's two entrances to the road, and it's through a field. And I spoke to the farmer, Ken Susan, and he intends to put in a high capacity well, possibly two, he said. This could be devastating for the people around the lake and people that use the lake. And so many people in this township and even outside the township, Ladysmith, Warehouser, and even further, use Amiquoy because it's a wonderful recreational lake and it's beautiful. And we want to keep it that way. But if a high capacity well goes in, these wells draw 100,000 gallons of water a day. That's the equivalent of what 300 households with 4 people living in them use. It's a tremendous cost to this ecosystem. And then the other thing is when you have that much water, the phosphates, nitrates, they all leach in and they also run into the lake. The field to the lake is within 100 yards. And there are culverts leading directly from one side of the road where the field is onto the properties right next door. And what we want to do in a future video is actually show you that. But friends, we need your help. We need you to show up. And I just wrote a couple other notes that I wanted to talk about. And it's turnarounds. You've heard so many different things that we're concerned with on these videos, but these videos are hard to watch because there's a lot of things not going on or very boring, and you kind of wait for those juicy parts to show up. And I just want to kind of educate you a little bit. With the turnarounds, this is so frustrating for the people. The people that are impacted are not being listened to. Dave Korkendorfer does not care. It doesn't matter if it affects you, which totally goes against what an elected official says and what he said as far as listening on his campaign promises. These turnarounds, these road closures, we just need your help. And we got to start with right now road closures on the 18th. And please show up and please let your voice be heard, because it's the only way that by mass numbers that we're going to be able to do something. Thank you.
Good job. All right.
Hi, good evening. This is Tom Kudo. I just wanted to bring forward a question that I've been asked from an elector. The road closures are not beneficial to the township. How do closures of the roads benefit you, Mr. Korkendorfer? I find it very puzzling why you and your family want the roads closed. Do you know that Korkendorfer's brother-in-law, Bruce Lorenzen, went door to door asking for signatures for the farmer, Ken Susan, to close Paul Lane? Korkendorfer's sister, Gay Lorenzen, helped the clerk file the Paul Lane and Martindale Road closures paperwork. The fact that Gay and Bruce were 2 of the 6 required signatures as resident freeholders on Ken Susan's resident of Exland petition for road closures of Paul Lane and Martindale Road seem to indicate that these road closures have been on Korkendorfer's agenda all along. The people of the township certainly hope you realize you should recuse yourself from voting on road closures. Back to the turnarounds, there isn't any known liability claim in more than 46 years. The people who live on these roads do not want them. Therefore, this is not a good use of township funds. The money would be better spent repairing roads in the township.